Well, hello, hello. We have a very special episode today. I'll get right to it in just a minute. This is Cindy with Growing Your Business Referrals and also Bucket List Coach web show out of beautiful Huntington Beach, California. I've actually been a part of the Huntington Beach community since 2017. I'm very proud. My travel agency, actually, Bucket List Coach Travel and Tours, is a business of Huntington Beach as well, registered here in Huntington Beach. How are you, Mayor?
Good. How are you?
Very good. So let's talk about some upcoming events. Let's start with the 4th of July parade.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be huge. I mean, this is 2026 is America's semi-quincentennial, so the 250th birthday of our country. So it's going to be huge. So a lot of plans have been in place for a long time, over a year, preparing for this. So our goals have it be the biggest parade ever, the biggest firework show ever. Working with big sponsorships. We're working on hopefully delivering like a big free concert for everyone. We'll have the block party all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Independence Day is on Saturday, which is amazing. Working on a potential, if we get enough sponsorships, like a night drone show as well.
Oh,
Also
wow.
working on,
Wow.
yeah, working on a mini air show for the parade, a flyover. Because last year with the government shutdown during the air show, we didn't get to have the big boys fly over. So we've put in the request 12 months in advance to get some of
So
the
do you
big.
know who's flying over?
We're trying to get the big boys like the F-35s that rip your hair off and your eyebrows off and
Oh,
all
I'm
that
all
stuff.
over that.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, you have to put in the request to the federal government a year in advance, which we have, and I'm confident the people we're working with can pull something off. So a lot of balls in there, but all great stuff. We're looking to do some fun things on Main Street, some red, white, and blue, some art pieces, stuff like that. That's in the infancy right now that we're trying to bring to fruition, to really like celebrate all year long if we can, and really just enhance Main Street and drive people down there, customers down there, our residents down there, and just really have fun this year. That's my big theme as mayor.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
Yep.
much. And
Yeah.
let's talk about the amazing Ed Romo. What do you got
Yeah.
to say about him and his amazing, absolutely phenomenal event that happens every year right
Yep.
around the 4th of July?
Yeah, exactly. So he started in during COVID, and when the parade was, we have the longest running Independence Day parade, I think in the country, but for sure west of the Mississippi. And so during
Yeah.
COVID, we had it was more mobile to keep that streak alive. And then Ed Romo did an organic bicycle cruise / parade, and it's just grown to be so substantial that we've woven it into the city's festivities because it's become somewhat of a bit of a public safety concern. So every year we work with him to kind of weave that in to make sure everyone's safe and having a good time. But I mean, thousands of people on bicycles every year, right around the Independence Day, and just celebrating and having fun, and keeping Surf City just the amazing place it is.
And I'm actually going to be a sponsor this year with my food podcast.
Awesome.
And I'm going to be collaborating with different restaurants. And so I actually started becoming an ambassador with National Day Calendar in 2020. In 2015, I started sharing national holidays. So what I'm doing is I'm collaborating with different local businesses, Huntington Beach, Newport, Fountain Valley, and our surrounding areas, and to support their business. Because that's literally how we become successful, by helping others.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about, well, actually the upcoming National Bucket List Day we're going to be celebrating in Huntington Beach. And it's also National Prime Rib Day. So we're going to stimulate a local business for that, and as well as the rooftop bar right there in downtown Huntington Beach.
Cool.
How do you celebrate your bucket list? Do you have something on your bucket list, or is being mayor your ultimate bucket list?
I think I'm too busy to have a bucket list, to be honest. I don't know. I take one day at a time. I mean, being mayor is amazing, but responsibility, privilege, honor. I mean, I've said it several times. I mean, I'm a third generation Huntington Beach resident. Never grew up wanting to be the mayor, nor ever thought I would be. But now that I am, it's just a great honor and privilege. And so I'm really just trying to work so hard to make everyone proud, and just do a lot of amazing things for the city, and just fix a lot of things that are fixable, and just improve the quality of life for everybody. And then, I'm a father of 2 young children. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and then also have my full-time business, commercial real estate with my company. So I just, every day is a gift and a blessing. And then, I'm just having fun, and when it's all said and done, being mayor and on city council, I'll pick my head up and then maybe focus on some bucket list stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's amazing. And speaking of Pizza Day,
Yeah.
it's on Monday and it's also Hangover Day. So let's do some shout outs. We have Johnny's, we have Matter of Craft, 00. Who else you like to shout out to?
Yeah, Johnny's Saloon. Love his pizza. It's great. It's fun always going in there in that dark little cavern of his bar restaurant he has.
Johnny Cash theme.
Yeah. Oh yeah, love it. If you haven't been in there, it's amazing. Mattercraft right by my house. You know, Tom and those guys, great owners. You know, friends of ours, friends of my neighbors. 00 Pizza, Stoney's. Love Rip. I love Rip's Pizza down there at PCH and Warner, and then by my house off of Magnolia. And Garfield in the Home Depot Center right there. So yeah, a lot of amazing places in the city. I wish I could shout them all out, but those come to top of mind and ones I really enjoy.
Well, since I mentioned prime rib, but let's
Massimo's too. Sorry,
what
Massimo's
is that,
too.
Mayor?
Yeah, also Massimo's down in Southeast on Banning and Bouchard right there.
Mm-hmm.
Massimo's Pizza. So that's also a great spot.
All right, let's do a shout out. Beef Palace. Actually, you have the prime rib day coming up on the 27th of April. What do you got to say about that? That's your family business.
It's my family business, the world famous Beef Palace Butcher Shop. I've been in the city since 1970. My dad's the 4th generation butcher in his family. My brother's the 5th generation. Super proud of it. We think we sell the most prime rib in California during Christmas, so it's amazing. Rib eyes, prime rib. I mean, all meats, all cheeses, all steaks, seasonings, seafood. So if you're gonna get your prime rib, go to the Beef Palace.
And when it gets closer to Prime Rib Day, if you want to come back on, I would love you on, and we could talk about. I could share some recipes. You could share some recipes and stimulate that business to get more people to support local.
Love it. I might be eating a prime rib while we're talking. You know.
Yeah, right. That sounds great. HB Quarantine Cuisine, the Cortices, let's do a big shout out to them. It made such a difference during our COVID time. And a lot of businesses have really stayed afloat because all these people doing videos, stickers. Like I hit a couple different restaurants and I have a foodie review sticker on there. What do you got to say about Sean and Jenny with HB Quarantine?
Sean and Jenny Cortez. I mean, amazing friends. I grew up with them. I've known Sean, since I was in 6th grade, probably. Mm-hmm. Went to high school with Jenny, his wife. So just good, family friends growing up as kids, and just, amazing to see what all they've done for the community with Quarantine Cuisine and just their involvement. And Sean and Jenny, they're just really good pillars of our community, and just proud HB residents. And like I said, just known them since I was a kid. So it's pretty cool to see how far we've come.
And let's also go to their page. You can go to Jenny's page or Sean's page, and let's share their posts. We still need to find a kidney for them. Unfortunately, with some situations I had with previous surgeries, I wasn't able to qualify, but we're doing whatever we can to get the word out. I've actually got him on a couple podcasts, and I have a couple more that I'm going to get him on. So let's just spread the word and, make a difference to this beautiful family.
Amen. Absolutely. For sure.
Okay. So we have about 10 minutes left. Is there anything else you would like to cover?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to spotlight my Minute with the Mayor series?
Yes, let's go through that.
Yeah, so just my main focus this year is just one of them is to really highlight our local businesses, bring attention to all these amazing businesses we have in Huntington Beach that I think a lot of residents are unaware of. So working with city staff, it was actually my vision, even when I first ran in 2020, with some of the guys like Johnny and Rip and Wagner from Wagner Charters, and some of those guys to really highlight small businesses in the city that I think just get overlooked. And so here we are, 6 years later. Now as the mayor, I really wanted to bring it to fruition. So we launched a video series called Minute with the Mayor. And for businesses that want to apply, just go to shoplocalhb.com. And we're just doing quick, minute and a half videos of all businesses in the city, all categories, restaurants, retail, manufacturing, it doesn't matter, service. We'll come out and do a quick shoot of fun video, well edited, put together and put it out on social media. And then we've been playing them at the city council meetings. And the first video that we put out for Board Riders Cafe down in Southeast by my house.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so many people applied, so many businesses applied the next day to be featured that it actually crashed the website. So we had
That's crazy.
we had to get it up and running again. And since it's been up, I think there's over 30 now. And I'm going to make a commitment to do my best to feature everybody. Sometimes we'll probably try to knock out 4 in a day if we can. And there's obviously scheduling conflicts with myself and our videographer, but I'm really going to work hard to get everybody featured. And I've gotten a lot of great responses. And it's fun, that's the goal, is like when you go, hey, I didn't realize I can get, shirts made there or hats made there. Or I didn't realize, the Wagners have a charter fishing business in the harbor, or whatever service we highlight. The goal is for people to realize that, stay here, keep your spending dollars in Huntington Beach, strengthen our local economy, because that pays for everything, police, fire, public safety, our parks, public works, like all our city functions. And so, the goal is to keep all our dollars here and not feel like you need to go outside our city to shop, because you can stay here and support our businesses.
Yes, and actually coming up in April is Volunteer Month,
Yeah.
and really connect with our local surf rider. So that's
Yep.
North Orange County Surf Rider Foundation, and they do have a beach cleanup, but it's not on Earth Day, April 22nd, but it's within that same time. So definitely take the time, give back. Look for a nonprofit that you could donate your time to.
Yep.
And there's so many different things that you can do in your community. What's one of the things that you would like to mention to our audience today on how they could give back and make a difference in Huntington Beach?
Just get involved. I mean, there's so many volunteer groups in our city that are doing such great work. And I would just, implore people to find one that really energizes them and excites them, to your point, whether it's like Surf Rider, you have Kiwanis, you have the Boys and Girls Club, you have the Philharmonic Society. I mean, there's so many in our city, and there's just different elements that they focus on that just, get involved. I mean, that's what I've always said, is it's easy to get distracted with national events, but if you really just focus on your local community, that's where you can have the most impact and affect change. And it'll actually bring down your stress level, because you're seeing the positive results of your good work. And that was always just my mission, to get on council, just to make my community better. And I'm really proud of the results we've achieved in these first 3 years, and just looking forward to continuing that and helping people out and spotlighting, like I said, all our amazing businesses and volunteer groups and charity events. And that's what it's all about, just having a fun, tight-knit community. And we live in paradise. I mentioned last night at City Council, this last weekend we had the Surf City Marathon, 21,000 runners from 47 states, 18 countries. And I mentioned to him on the microphone in the morning that the rest of the country's in a deep freeze. We are, in paradise on the Pacific Ocean in Huntington Beach. And I think oftentimes when you're a resident, you kind of lose sight of that. You maybe take it for granted a little bit, but it really hits home when I was with the winners of every, heat. And them all just telling me, most of them weren't from here, just how amazing Huntington Beach is, how they wish they lived here. And it really makes you appreciate your city so much more, and just really value what we have, which is so precious and it's beautiful. And let's just enjoy it and have fun and celebrate it.
Definitely. And I'm going to do a couple more shout outs to the museum. I'm actually the auction and raffle liaison for the Surf City Splash. And of
Love it.
course, because of the rain this year,
Yeah,
their annual tournament that's coming up, I believe it's July 28th. That's where we're going to have all the online auction and the opportunity drawing. And you definitely need to stay tuned. So make sure you follow the museum. And also a big shout out to Rocky McKinnon. He's our local surf instructor through the city of Huntington Beach. And anybody else you'd like to shout out that's doing great things for our community?
Rocky's great. I love Ryan Rustin and Sugar the Surf Dog. I see Ryan out there all the time. He's an amazing man. He's a good friend of mine. He goes out to, the VA and holds painting classes with the veterans that are, have disabilities. And so he's just a total angel. He's such a good guy. And, you'll see him out there on his bike, especially on the waves with his 3 dogs, the little TT and Kiwi and the little Chihuahuas. And they're just ripping it up on a surfboard. So, again, just so many amazing community members we have in our city doing such great things. And, the goal is just to highlight them all and give them their due honor and respect. And because, we're all working together, we're just one big family, and that's what's important.
Yes. And one more shout out, of course, Jody with the Downtown Artisan Fair. I'm actually going to be a vendor there for Valentine's weekend. Nice. And also shouting out to my friend Creative Ice, although she's in Fountain Valley, but she does great things in Huntington Beach. And of course, Tidal Wave Massage, she's going to donate to my booth for a massage for 2 people. So it's really important to do a collaborative measures with local businesses, and that's how you're going to grow. I actually do have an upcoming workshop here in May where I'm actually teaching people how you could collaborate either based on a national holiday or just collaborate in general. And of course, shout out the best burrito I've ever had. That interview you just did a few weeks ago. Board Riders.
Oh, yeah.
Have a great ahi sandwich as well. So.
No, they're awesome. I mean, Board Riders great. Like just locals. HB Surf like royalty and family, and president of the Board Riders. So yeah, again, it's just fun videos like that they really catch on, and I think they're very well done. That editing that we put forward, and I'm really excited to just shoot more. And we actually have I think 4 more that we've shot that we're finishing the editing right now that we'll be releasing. The goal is at least 1 or 2 a week. We'll push out to the community.
Oh, we got a message for you.
What's it say?
Can you see it? Right below.
It's on my phone. Let's see. Are you planning on any celebrations for Black History Month in honor? Yeah, so we have like a celebration committee, and so that was a genesis that we created. I want to say a couple of years ago now. We thought it'd be fun to create like a city celebration calendar of events, and so every month we have like national and local, I guess, themes of the month, and then within those months, we celebrate like Black History Month, Women's History Month, and those items as well. And so part of the celebration committee's task is then to come up with events for that. So we started it. The celebration committee's taken over now, and that's populated with residents from the city. So I'd have to get with them to see what their details are, but we do talk often. I know they're planning out the entire year with events, at the library, on Main Street, banners, all those things. So they've really done a great job taking the celebration committee and running with it, and really uniting the city, which I'm excited about.
And another thing that's really great is the horseplay rentals. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah, a little bit at the Equestrian Center.
Yes. So if someone wants to mark that, I know I'm going to do that for the week of Bucket List Day to mark off your bucket list. It's also really good for therapy as well.
For sure. Yeah, no, they do a great job there. I actually got married there at the Red Horse Barn. So I love the Equestrian Center, and we're working hard to really help them out. And they're Julian Douglas. Yep, right there. He's on the celebration committee. Yeah. Julian's a great guy, very passionate. He's come up with some great ideas, a lot of great themes for this year for the semi-quincentennial. So, Julian's great. And then, the horseplay rentals is awesome.
And any other restaurants, would you like to say anything about Masala Waves?
Masala's great. Saul's been doing good work there. He's really involved in the community. Great food, great restaurant. He cares so much, and he's giving back a lot. So Masala Waves is great. There's so many that I'm just thinking in my mind, the wife and I go to often. So Little Sullivan's, I live right off in Southeast. So Sullivan's Chinese food restaurant right next to Mattercraft actually is really good little family that owns it. They're super sweet. Wow. So I recommend checking them out. I grew up going to Mario's and Super Mex. So those are my Mexican food spots for sure. There's so many options, right?
Yes. And actually I'm starting a meetup where we do different things here in Huntington Beach and around Orange County. So we are going to different places reviewing food. Let's talk about the upcoming, there's a foodie event coming up. Okay. Isn't that April 26th or 27th?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about it. So what are the details?
Oh, I don't have it with me right now. It's through the Chamber of Commerce. It's our annual event.
Oh, yeah. You're talking Taste of Huntington Beach?
Taste of Huntington Beach.
Yeah, that's always fun. That's at the sports complex. It's always a great event. A lot of great vendors throughout the city. They'll have their tent set up. It's entry fee, and then they have samples to give out, beer and wines. Sometimes good food. So it's a good ability for businesses that don't want to spotlight their restaurants or what they sell. It doesn't have to be food and drink. It's other items as well. It's a great area to kind of spotlight your business. It's very well done. It's in a good plenty of parking at the sports complex. So it's always a good event. Is the Taste of Huntington Beach.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to do my call to action. So it's all about celebrating every day. And like we talked about, the 9th is Pizza Day. So if anybody goes to this podcast on YouTube or Facebook and you celebrate, or you type in celebrate every day, you're going to get a copy of this. We're going to pick 2 winners. So make sure that you share this podcast. And of course, you want to support Casey and his business, and do a shout out again for the Prime Rib Day.
Yeah, just the Beef House Butcher Shop located at Springdale and Warner, right next to the old Rite Aid, actually, in that PetSmart Center across from 24 Hour Fitness. So all your meats and cheeses and chicken and fish needs. The Beef House is great. Like I said, been there for 56 years now. So really proud of it, and it's a great spot. And
can you give the location of that?
Yeah, it's at Springdale and Warner, right at the northwest corner, across from that 24 Hour Fitness Center. Right there, where the old Rite Aid is. Rite Aid used to be right there. It's right next to Rite Aid. can't miss it. There's a sign on the big pylon sign that says Beef Palace Butcher Shop as you're driving down Warner and Springdale.
So I'll be doing a live broadcast probably the 22nd or 23rd of April, a few days before the holiday. And of course, one of the things I always ask, what is one thing you want to do, let's just say in the next couple of weeks, to make a difference to a complete stranger? Because we never know what people are dealing with at the time.
For me?
For you.
I just really, these Minute with the Mayor videos for me, and just, a lot of people I just have never met before. And so I'm really loving getting out there and meeting these business owners and just helping them out and highlighting their business, putting it out there to the world, especially Huntington Beach. So for me, for a stranger, that's what I think will happen next couple of weeks, because it happens, if not daily, but that's one thing I really am enjoying and focusing on, is these Minute with the Mayor spotlights to really showcase these amazing businesses in our city.
Wow, that's really great. And
Yep.
I think what I want to do, if I find someone that's less fortunate than us, I'm actually going to go to Board Riders. I'm going to buy a burrito and maybe a water or soda, and drop it off to someone who, can get that 1,000 watt smile by getting a meal that maybe they didn't know if they were going to get,
I love that. That's good. It's very generous.
Okay. Beef Palace behind our go. Thank you. And a big shout out to Randy Myers. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and Facebook. And do a shout out to your social medias, and we will close out.
Yeah, just trying to think. Just on Facebook, just Casey McKeon. Anyone can find me. I think on Instagram it's Casey4HBCC for my city council pages, and that's it. Just my personal page and then my city Instagram page. And
so no TikTok or YouTube?
No. I'm a little too old for that, I think. My wife tells me I need to get on TikTok, but I'm Gen X, so I don't know.
I just turned 60 in July, and I've been playing with it a little bit. So.
Yeah, she always teases me about it, but not yet. We'll see. Maybe later this year.
Well, send my best to your wife and your family.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here. And is there anything else you'd like to shout out before I put you in the green room?
No, just I appreciate everyone's support. Anyone can reach out to me, 714-794-5322. It's my cell phone. If people need to get a hold of me, anything regarding the city, I always get back to people. And then, like I said, just please shop local, keep your dollars here, and let's support our local economy.
So the only thing with your program, you're not doing home-based businesses like myself. You're just doing brick and mortars for right now.
I think so. It's so new. I mean, we're gonna just kind of see how they come in, but I definitely want to expand it to home-based businesses, online. I mean, I've had these different requests, so I think as we get in there and we start filming and kind of figure it out and get a really good kind of cadence and system going, then I want to expand it as much as we can, for sure. And I hope this is something that lives beyond my year as mayor. One thing I'm really proud of too in our meetings is I brought in for the Pledge of Allegiance our veterans from the American First Legion to lead us in the pledge, and I love reading their bios and giving the pledge the honor and distinction I think it deserves. So I just hope Minute with the Mayor, and then that also are a couple elements that I hope live on past my year as mayor.
And I want to do a big shout out to those of you who referred my business over the years. And I'm actually in a position at one point where I will be getting my own brick and mortar. So thank you for everyone who's, build a relationship with me and, pass referrals along. I really appreciate that.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to put you in a green room and just hang tight. Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys, make sure you go to the show notes and you can follow the mayor, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And make sure that you make the most of that dash. You have the day you're born, the day that we pass away. Live that dash. We'll see you here just on the other podcast.